in the UK. Big five. No, we coming.
Show your face. Show your face, please. With sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, they say when you go knocking on the devil's door, you can't be mad when he answers. And as I always tell y'all on this platform, you get what you give and you are what you attract. If you find people who always seem to be going through negativity and can't seem to shake the monkey off their back, but you notice their Instagram is full of drama, controversy, every time you turn around they're arguing with someone or calling someone out, well, that's why. The energy you put into the universe is the same energy you'll get back, and it's just as simple as that. You want positive things to happen, think positive and do so as well, and watch your life change for the better. But when you're someone like Canadian rapper Top 5, those results just aren't for you. See, Top 5 is a Drake affiliate who has been parading around for years now, claiming to be a tough guy and welcoming all problems no matter who it's from. The only difference is this time, he actually got what he was looking for. And they always say, no matter how tough you are, there's always someone tougher or someone willing to crash out a little more than you and lose it all. Well, in this case, it was more than just one person, and Canadian rapper Top 5 will find himself being a victim of a stabbing in no other place than the UK, where stabbings are very common due to the gun laws. In most places, people prefer guns, and you should always be aware that you can be shot at any given time in certain areas where firearms are common. But in London, it's more likely for you to be stabbed and shot, and knife fights are the norm result after either a heated argument, scuffle, or targeted hit. The UK is the first place I ever seen someone do a drive-by using not a firearm, but a long knife, as they proceeded to locate their target, stab them, and then drive off in a scooter. Now, whatever Top 5 did, he made someone mad in the UK. However, other people believe that maybe he was set up and there was someone else behind that stabbing, which is one of the main reasons why whenever you go places, you must be on point at all times. Most people think that they should be only on point in their hometown because no one knows them out of town, but they're sadly mistaken. Out of town is where you should actually be more on point because it can go down even worse due to you not knowing who you are around and who's who, and you could be around someone who is friends to one of your ops and never even know, in which this might be the case here. Now, Top 5, who lets it be known that he's forever indebted to Drake and shows outstanding loyalty to the Six God himself, was at the UK Wireless Fest due to Drake performing out there this past week. News will quickly spread that he was stabbed 3 times, including one to the neck, but it's believed that he's expected to survive. There's a bunch of videos floating around about what happened to Top 5, but some people are saying that those videos are fake, and not the altercation, but instead, it was from a different incident. We seen what appeared to be a bunch of people jumping on top of his rented Mercedes vehicle, and we thought it was real, but we don't know how true it is. We're just gonna show you a clip and y'all decide. Check this out. Now, there's a picture going viral showing Top 5 supposedly laid out in the street after the occurrence, but for obvious reasons I can't post that here, but I'll blur a little bit of it out. If you want, I'm sure you can find it on social media somewhere if you're really interested in seeing it, and come to your own conclusion on whether it's him or not. Now, they say no one knows the motive behind the attack because Top 5 is not even from the UK, so how can he get a group of people or anybody that mad at him to the point where they will try to take his life? Well, here's one of the reasons. Top 5 is seen during the interview trolling UK gangsters and saying that there are none in the UK, so he isn't scared when traveling there. Y'all check this out.
Where are we going tonight? Let them know.
That's a great question.
There's no killers in the UK. There's like serious guys. They're not going to come kill us.
No.
They're not going to come kill us. But see, if you even show your address in America, fuck. Now listen, where are we going tonight?
Now, according to DJ Academics, who shares a pretty close relationship with Top 5 for obvious reasons and their ties to Drake, Academics will tell the world that the video floating around is fake and give us a little enlightenment on the situation. He states that Top 5 may have been followed from an after party and was struck, but the person who did it wasn't from the UK, basically hinting that this may be something that's been fueled from somewhere else that just carried on into the UK because a lot of people was in the UK for Wireless Fest.
I'm gonna just throw the allegedly on there because I know everybody like running with the false things. This got nothing to do with the UK. Like, respectfully, it did happen in the UK. Has nothing to do with the UK. It's a good meme. That's what I'm saying. Online will create a whole story, and it's completely wrong. It has nothing to do with him saying earlier in the day there's no like killers out. That has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. It's some whole other shit. It's just not that. So I know people want to believe it's like, yo, the UK slid. No, respectfully, he was there from days. Like, there was nothing, no bad blood. There's like mad rumors and like fake stuff about it. That video is not real. So that video that they're saying is Top 5, like, that's not Top 5. He told me, he said he was at this after party spot. He felt like people followed him, and he was taking a picture with a fan while he was going into the club. Because I asked him where his homies was at, and he's like, yo, I was with 20 people. I get to the spot. I get there earlier than them. I'm walking in the spot. I think they're already there. So really, I'm alone. And then, he goes to take a picture with someone, and somebody kind of ran up on him. But respectfully, it did happen in the UK. Has nothing to do with the UK. It's a good meme. That's what I'm saying. Online will create a whole story, and it's completely wrong. It has nothing to do with him saying earlier in the day there's no like killers out. That has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that.
The thing with Top 5 is this. He has made it clear that he has no problem beefing with the world, so you wouldn't even know where it came from. He claims the person who did it may not have even been from the UK, so it's evident he's seen who it is and know who they are, or maybe he's just covering up for the fact that he said what he said about the UK and will end up having to eat his words due to him getting caught lacking in the UK. Who knows? Top 5 had basically been beefing with everyone in his own city, and that's just where he's at. Not even counting the continuous other people he randomly beefed with, whether it's in LA or New York. But here's where things get pretty interesting. We're not incriminating anything or anybody, but these guys post these things on social media themselves, so all we do is put the pieces to the puzzle together. And if you don't want social media doing that, then stop posting or saying too much street business on social media. As I always say, if we're doing it, what do you think the people that actually get paid to catch the bad guys are doing? So, Top 5 lately have been beefing with his old friends from a group they've been in called BFR, which includes him and other Canadian rappers by the names Presser, YG, and Bundor. Sources say they fell out because Top 5, having his loyalty to Drake, would notice that the other members were showing more love to XO, which is the Weeknd's label, and as y'all know, Drake and the whole Weeknd camp is at odds. So, Top 5 wasn't feeling it. Fast forward, the tension between them was just that, tension, until Top 5's friend who goes by the name DBK was shot and unalive, and the ex-friends being accused of having some type of involvement in it haven't made it any better. Some say that Top 5 was the target in the mass shooting, where over 89 bullet casings were retrieved from the street after the shooting. And just like that, the beef between guys who were once friends would turn deadly. Top 5 better hope he stays friends with Drake forever, because he would be pissed to have started a whole war with friends over someone else he's no longer friends with and someone passing away as a result. Now, when it comes to who had anything to do with Top 5 getting stabbed, the reason why these guys' names are coming up are for 2 reasons. One, like I told y'all before, DJ Academic stated himself that Top 5 said the people who stabbed him wasn't even from the UK, which is kind of crazy now that I think about it, because you're basically dry snitching. You ever pointed at someone when you was asked a question with your elbows? That's basically what he's doing. If for some odd reason, I don't know why these guys feel a need to always run to social media and spill their guts whenever something happened pertaining to the streets, but they do. Leave it in the streets. Anyway, that's one. But 2, the same guys that he had problems with who aren't from the UK, quote unquote, will be seen on social media attending the Wireless Fest themselves, indicating that they are in fact in the UK as well. So when you put 2 and 2 together, right? Top 5 says the people who did it wasn't from the UK. Then guys who aren't from the UK are actually in the UK. Then he says the story that he was followed from an after party. It kind of sound like the guys who aren't from the UK may have been the ones that follow him from the after party, right? And the funniest part about this all is that if anything goes down involving the police, the first thing people are going to run to saying is, oh, this one snitched on me, that one snitched on me, oh, the blogs, the media, this and that. But the problem is these guys are offering information that it just makes sense to put 2 and 2 together. Once you say that the person isn't from the UK, that eliminates everybody from the UK. And then once you see the people that's not from the UK actually there, knowing you have problems with them, it's kind of easy to put 2 and 2 together. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna just leave that there. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.